Hello, I'm Mus, and today we are going to look at iPhone 10. Is it worthy for your money or not? Our review is a bit different. We will give a score to each category, such as build quality, hardware, software, display, camera, features, battery life, and charging speed, and lastly, company's goodwill. So yeah, after scoring each category, we will look at a pre-made chart. Either it is a good deal or not. So let's get started with its build quality. Stainless steel sandwiched between glass, looks premium and feels premium. I must say, if you drop this phone, you are going to skate to death because it costs $500 to replace it. Just a back cover. I'm not sure. Silver variant will show less fingerprints, but the rim will be more prone to scuffs and scratches. So it's a good idea to throw a skin. I'm not a big fan of cases because it just hides the beauty of the phone. It does not make any sense for me to just simply hide the phone's beauty. It's inner beauty. So yeah, it feels tough but it's fragile. And that camera bump though, it bothers me so much. For a hardcore user, I must say it gets 8 out of 10. I'm sorry, but I cannot just push it up. Now let's talk about that hardware though. It comes with that A11 Bionic chip, and oh boy, I cannot stress enough that how good that chip is. It can render 4K footages in seconds, and that's a groundbreaking thing to have on a smartphone. Even most computers cannot do that. But iPhone 10 handles it with charm. I must say RAM is not enough, and I will talk about it in a little bit. But 64 and 256 gigs of storage is good. Is normal for the 2017 standard. It's not groundbreaking there. But that chip though, it can handle 4K 60 frame per second processing. Yes, a camera can shoot 4K 60 frame per second. I will talk about it in a little while. But oh my god, it's just amazing. It scored more than the MacBook. You can just see it by yourself. There's nothing to brag about it. It is a good chip. But that RAM bothers though. If you throw a 4K footage to render, yes, it kills the background apps. But how many of us do actually render 4K footage? So it's good, but yeah, it just gets 9 out of 10. It is one shy from being the perfect. Now let's talk about the software. Oh boy, debate is going to be real. iOS is far more optimized for the task you want to throw at it, and it is understandable because the software is made for the hardware. And yes, it is what Apple does best. There is nothing to complain about. There is nothing to just brag about. But yeah, less customization. Now it is debatable. It is more of a personal preference than a complaint. So yeah, iOS do update very often, and it does refresh its look and feel. So it is okay thing to have. But multitasking pane, I need that multitasking pane on that beautiful display. There is such a room for the productivity, and you cannot just do. I'm not sure what to say. So yeah, the lack of multitasking pane and a little bit of customization and handy features, I must say it gets solid 9 out of 10. It could be perfect. It can be perfect just in a few updates, I guess. But yeah, it is what it is right now. Now let's talk about the display. 5.8-inch OLED panel, 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio, Dolby Vision and HDR10 compliant, 3D touch display, True Tone, and can capture 120 Hz of input. I must say, it is as good as, if not better than Note 8's display, and they are just amazing. There's nothing to complain about it except that notch, but it is more of a personal preference again. I must say it gets 10 out of 10. Now let's talk about the cameras. Why not? Dual rear facing camera. One is f1.8 aperture normal wide angle lens, and the other is telephoto f2.4 aperture. And the front facing camera is of 7 megapixel f2.2 aperture, which can shoot 1080p at 30 frames per second or 720p at 240 frames per second, which is good, and also supports portrait mode and studio lighting. The front facing camera. Now let's talk about the rear. It can shoot in 4K 60 frames per second. It is a good and a big deal to be. and 1080p at 240 frames per second. So yeah, the slow motion looks so good on the iPhone 10, I must say. It is just amazing camera. There is something with the software, and right now it is not optimized enough, and the machine learning is still going on. It's not as good as Pixels, but is far better than any other its competition. And I must say, it will soon just get rectified, and it will just get everything in line, in place. I know Apple will do it. For now it gets 9 out of 10, but I'm sure they are going to be for a perfect score. Now let's talk about the features. Facial recognition, yeah, it is not a gimmick. It works 100% for me, and it is good. It works in every condition. The True Tone display, yes, it is good, but it's still a little buggy, and it might get fixed soon, as good as the iPad's one. Now camera's AR capability, we are not analyzing the future. The future is AR and VR, believe me, and it is so good. It is so fun to play with it right now. Dual OIS, optical image stabilization on the cameras, rear facing camera, which is good to have, believe me. Bluetooth 5.0, amazing thing. Apple Pay, very amazing thing. HDR10 compliant display, oh my god. Stereo speaker, groundbreaking to have. It is loud, it is clear, it is just wow speaker on a phone right now. Not as good as Razer's, but it's still in that line. It's still in that banging line, I must say. But there is no headphone jack and no fingerprint sensor. Fingerprint sensor can be debatable, but headphone jack, the plug and play, I miss it. So yeah, it does get 9 out of 10. There's nothing more I could say about it. Features are good, but not perfect. Headphone would make it just amazing. Now let's talk about the worst part of iPhone 10. Battery life and charging speed. Oh my god, what should I say about it? Heavy tasks can give you 4 to 6 hours of screen on time, which is just normal. It's not good, not bad. But oh my god, that charging speed though. It will take your 3 bloody hours to charge. What should I say? It does not do the fast charging at all. Half an hour to 50 or 60, nothing, nada. Yeah, you can say that there's a brick out there, you can buy it, you can purchase it, you can blah blah. I don't want to listen about that. Where it is not in the box, it is not included in the box, and I use things which is in the box. Why should I spend more money over it? It does not make any sense. So no, it is a big no for me. If you use this phone like a normal person, hardly attend a call and a little bit of streaming and a little bit of navigation, it will get you through a day, but not as good as iPhone 8's too. iPhone 8 is far better than iPhone 10, iPhone 8 Plus, I mean to say. But fast charger would make it completely different. It just gets 5 out of 10. Yeah, it is a shame for Apple, and it should be improved and should be addressed. Now let's talk about the company's goodwill. Oh boy, this category is made for the Apple. 10 out of 10, easy. There is nothing to say about it. As a new Apple products come, the third-party manufacturers just rush the market with their accessories, the case, screen protectors, wireless headphones, and I must say, if Apple decides to go modular, the market will change. And there are hundreds of modular accessories for the iPhones, I must say. And yes, its resale value is also good compared to the competitors. So it is doing great job, and by adding all up, you get 69. Oh boy. And you can see in our pre-made chart, it is nowhere near to the $1,000. Even the pre-made chart is not made for the $1,000, because there is no phone which can justify that much price. I must say, there is no phone in this 2017 era. And I'm not the single one. Everyone in tech industry is saying that $1,000 is not for the iPhone 10. And you can see Matthew Moniz's video or Liu from Unbox Therapy. They all agree that the iPhone 10's $1,000 is a bit on a steep side. There is no much thing about to say. Yes, something can be addressed. Software can get a perfect score of 10 if they add the multitasking pane, and camera if they just do something like the Pixel did. they are good to go. Easily a $700 bargain, but not 1000. So yeah guys, it is a review of iPhone 10, and I must say, it is not a $1000 phone. Wait for a while when it drops down and you are good to go. But not now. Not now is not the time. Still, it did sold pretty well, but I'm not sure. It is not good for me. Yes, so subscribe and press that bell icon for more videos in the future. And thank you for tuning in. And do let me know what you want to see next. Thank you and goodbye.